For centuries, a mystery has lingered in the heart of Africa, a question so profound, so unsettling, that it shakes the very foundation of everything we thought we knew about ancient civilizations. How did the Dogon tribe, isolated from the ancient astronomers of Greece and Kemet, what Western scholars call Egypt, come to know about Sirius B, a star invisible to the naked eye, until the invention of the telescope in the 17th century? A star that was only confirmed by modern astronomers in 1970. And yet the Dogon people had described it with astonishing accuracy, thousands of years before Western science even knew it existed. An ancient observation? A lost science? Or something even more extraordinary? This is the untold story of the Dogon, the keepers of lost cosmic knowledge.
Until the lions have their own historians, the history of the hunt will always glorify the hunter. Discover the untold stories of Africa. Welcome to Echoes of Empires.
Nestled high in the Bandiagara cliffs of Mali, the Dogon people have thrived for centuries. Their stone-carved dwellings stand as testaments to a past they refuse to let fade. More than just a place of refuge, these cliffs hold the stories, the wisdom, and the sacred traditions of a people who have resisted the tides of time. Renowned for their resilience and cultural preservation, the Dogon have withstood centuries of external influence, from the spread of Islam to the waves of European colonization. While kingdoms around them adopted new ways, the Dogon held firm to their ancient beliefs, to their intricate rituals, and to their cosmic knowledge, guardians of a legacy few truly understand. But what truly sets the Dogon apart? Their extraordinary grasp of the cosmos. Long before the advent of telescopes or modern astronomy, they possessed knowledge of planets, stars, and comets, insights that, by all accounts, should have been impossible for an ancient civilization to know. The Dogon people embrace the ancient Hermetic maxim, as above, so below. A principle whispered through the ages, woven into the philosophies of ancient Kemet, Greece, and beyond. To the Dogon, the universe is a reflection of itself. The vast cosmic structures that shape galaxies and stars are mirrored in the microscopic building blocks of life. For centuries, this idea was dismissed as mysticism. Yet today, modern astrophysics and quantum mechanics echo the same truth. Patterns repeat across scales, from the subatomic to the celestial. But how did an ancient civilization isolated in the cliffs of Mali grasp such profound insights into the very fabric of reality? Their knowledge of Sirius A and Sirius B is only the beginning. The idea that ancient civilizations aligned their structures with celestial bodies is not new, and for centuries, scholars have debated the significance of these connections. Robert Bauval, in his groundbreaking work, The Orion Mystery, proposes that the Giza pyramids were deliberately aligned with the stars of Orion's belt, suggesting that the ancients engaged in star worship and saw the cosmos as an integral part of their spiritual and architectural traditions. Similarly, in Conversations with Ogotemeli, a Dogon elder unveils the intricate complexity of Dogon celestial knowledge, insights that raise profound questions about how ancient knowledge systems developed and spread across cultures. Renowned researcher John Anthony West, in Serpent in the Sky, takes this idea even further, exploring Egyptian cosmology and its potential influence on the Dogon's astronomical traditions. His work argues for a deeper, more ancient connection between these African civilizations, suggesting that the knowledge of the stars may have been passed down through forgotten lineages of wisdom. Could these parallels between Dogon astronomy and ancient Egyptian celestial traditions be mere coincidence? The Dogon's astronomical knowledge holds striking parallels to that of ancient Kemet, so much so that it challenges conventional history. For generations, the Dogon have spoken of a twin star system, one that includes Sirius A, the brightest star in our night sky, and Sirius B, its hidden companion. They described Sirius B with astonishing accuracy, long before modern science had even detected it. According to Dogon tradition, Sirius B is incredibly small, immensely heavy, and white in color, a description that aligns perfectly with what we now know as a white dwarf star. They call it Po Tolo, with Po meaning smallest seed and Tolo meaning star. To the Dogon, Po Tolo is the smallest thing in existence, yet also the heaviest, an eerie match to the extreme density of a white dwarf, where a single cubic inch can weigh tons. But the most shocking detail? The Dogon claimed that Sirius B orbits Sirius A every 50 years. Modern astronomers, with the help of advanced telescopes, only confirmed this fact in the 20th century. Centuries after the Dogon had already been telling the world. But their knowledge doesn't stop there. They describe the rings of Saturn, long before telescopes could confirm them. They speak of Jupiter's moons, despite the fact that these celestial bodies are impossible to see with the naked eye. They understood that the Earth orbits the Sun, even when much of the world believed otherwise. The first Western accounts of the Dogon's cosmic knowledge come from Marcel Griol and Germain Dieterlen, two French anthropologists who spent over 16 years studying the Dogon. Their landmark study, The Pale Fox, revealed a world of sacred wisdom, passed down for generations. But Griol and Dieterlen weren't the only ones fascinated by the Dogon's celestial knowledge. Dr. Kaba Kamene noted that the Dogon accurately described Sirius B's orbit around Sirius A, centuries before modern science. Oba Tshaka documented how, during the Dogon's Sigi ceremony, held every 60 years to honor Sirius, the Kanaga mask was used in their rituals. This tradition, shared with Marcel Griol, showed that each ceremony's mask was stored on individual chairs, creating a timeline of astronomical celebrations stretching back 720 years. Dr. Kambon Kaba pointed out that by the year 1200, the Dogon had already recorded the orbit of Sirius B, a discovery Western scientists wouldn't make until 1920. Could this knowledge date even further back? Some traditions suggest that the Dogon were aware of these celestial movements as early as 230 BCE. How did the Dogon people acquire such detailed astronomical knowledge? Insights that, even today, challenge the limits of modern science. The answer remains a mystery. But according to Dogon mythology, their knowledge was not of human origin. The Dogon speak of the Nomo, mysterious celestial beings who descended from the sky in a spinning, fiery arc. Their arrival was marked by light, noise, and great power, as if they had torn through the heavens to reach Earth. The word Nomo is derived from a Dogon term meaning to make one drink. They were described as amphibious, hermaphroditic, fish-like entities with humanoid upper torsos, legs and feet, but a fish-like lower body and tail. They were known by many names: masters of the water, the monitors, and the teachers. According to Dogon oral traditions, the Nomo created a reservoir of water upon their arrival and immediately submerged themselves, as they required a watery environment to survive. But their mission was not simply to arrive. They came to give wisdom. In the accounts recorded by French anthropologists Marcel Griol and Germain Dieterlen, the Dogon describe an astonishing myth. The Nomo divided his body among men to feed them. That is why it is also said that as the universe had drunk of his body, the Nomo also made men drink. He gave all his life principles to human beings. Was this merely a symbolic tale, or a misinterpreted memory of an advanced ancient civilization? For centuries, civilizations across the world have spoken of beings not of this earth, visitors who descended from the skies or emerged from the depths of the sea, granting wisdom and shaping human advancement. This belief isn't unique to one culture. From the Dogon people to the Sumerians of Mesopotamia, ancient societies, separated by thousands of miles and vast stretches of time, somehow shared eerily similar accounts of celestial beings imparting knowledge. The Sumerians of Mesopotamia, one of the world's earliest known civilizations, tell a remarkably similar story. They spoke of Oans, an amphibious being who emerged from the Persian Gulf to educate humanity in the ways of writing, science, law, and agriculture. Depicted in Sumerian carvings, Oans had the body of a fish, but beneath its fish-like exterior lay the form of a man with a human head and feet. According to the Babylonian priest Berossus, 3rd century BCE, Oans and other Apkallu, sage beings, brought civilization and wisdom to early mankind. Not all scholars believe that the Dogon's astonishing astronomical knowledge came from otherworldly sources. Some suggest that early African civilizations possessed a highly advanced system of celestial observation, tracking the movements of the stars with a precision that modern science is only now beginning to understand. One theory points to geographical advantage. The Dogon people have lived for centuries in the Bandiagara cliffs of Mali, an area with minimal light pollution. Without the interference of artificial light, they may have been able to observe subtle celestial shifts that other civilizations missed. Over generations, their deep connection to the sky could have allowed them to identify patterns and orbital cycles with nothing but the naked eye. Another speculation is that generations of adaptation to these conditions may have given the Dogon exceptional visual acuity, allowing them to perceive celestial details beyond the reach of most human eyesight. Whatever the true explanation may be, one thing is undeniable. The Dogon knew things that science only recently confirmed. How they acquired this knowledge remains one of the greatest mysteries of the ancient world. The Dogon people hold a remarkably intricate view of the universe's creation, one that bears striking parallels to modern physics and cosmology. According to their sacred teachings, the cosmos was formed in 3 distinct phases, guided by the deity Amma, a perfectly ordered universe symbolized by tranquil waves, representing harmony before creation, a chaotic state of matter, an unstable primordial realm, reminiscent of the underworld myths of ancient civilizations, and even modern theories of the Big Bang. The structured world we know today, brought into form by vibrational forces within a cosmic egg, a concept eerily similar to string theory and the idea of a universe shaped by fundamental vibrations. But perhaps the most astonishing aspect of Dogon cosmology is their understanding of matter itself. They describe the smallest unit of matter as the po, which closely resembles the nucleus of an atom in modern science. The po contains smaller particles, much like protons and neutrons, which orbit the core just as electrons orbit an atom. Their cosmology also speaks of 266 primordial particles, categorized by spin, a striking similarity to the standard model of particle physics. These descriptions mirror scientific discoveries made centuries later, from electron microscopy to quantum mechanics. So the question remains, were the Dogon truly visited by celestial beings, their knowledge a gift from something beyond our understanding? Or did they develop an advanced scientific method, so precise, so ahead of its time, that history itself has failed to recognize it? Whatever the truth may be, one fact is undeniable. The Dogon defy explanation. Their wisdom echoes across time, challenging what we think we know about ancient civilizations, lost sciences, and the origins of knowledge itself. Perhaps the answers still lie waiting, hidden in the stars.